had left X-ray specs, so she'd left the punk era behind her, and she, 6 months after I was born, she joined the Hare Krishna movement. So that. I knew my mum as Maharani. All my life. She was a practicing Hare Krishna devotee. And I think that, when I was younger, I had, I struggled with being a Hare Krishna myself, growing up in that movement. My mother was a very strict mother, because of her religious beliefs. So we definitely had a lot of conflict in our life, in our relationship, mainly due to that. To, on one hand, the mental health issues, and on the other hand, her religious beliefs. But I think making the film and exploring that part of her life, in more depth, interviewing, Hare Krishna devotees, going to the temple, going to the manor. I was revisiting some of my earliest memories, and I was also able to understand, why this meant so much to her, and also able to understand that whether I am a practicing Hare Krishna or not, I definitely appreciate the strength that this religious movement gave my mother, especially at the end of her life.
So did you give you a deeper understanding of Hare Krishna as well?
Yes, definitely. And even though I'd spent my all my childhood involved in one way or another with the Hare Krishnas, I think I took it for granted, and I often just saw the negatives for a long time. I just focused on the negatives, and often I think for a long time, I thought the problems I had with my mother in our relationship were, mainly due to her being a Hare Krishna devotee for a long time. But, after finishing this project, I realized actually that wasn't the case. It was actually, for example, when we were living in the manor, I was very happy and I had a really wonderful childhood. And it wasn't really the Hare Krishna movement that was the problem. The problem was that my mother's mental health was really bad at that time. And so my mother was actually quite fanatical also about her religious beliefs. But that was, in part due to her mental health issues and not necessarily due to the movement itself. So, this kind of level of understanding, it really, I wasn't able to reach it until I started making this film and sort of towards the end of the process.